We are back here on Girl Talk. We have the beautiful ambiance. It looks fabulous. We've got blowers because we can. It's all great. Catherine Shanahan, it is so good to see you.
Likewise.
A friend, and now we get to talk about something that isn't always easy, but is really necessary. Your business is Divorce Solutions. And you and I have talked a lot at lunches and things like that because we're both big believers in things called collaborative divorces. And I know when it comes to that, one of the first things I learned from you is have your finances in order. Share with us a little bit about what you do and why it's so important to sort of take a breath.
Yeah, take pause.
Take pause.
Well, at My Divorce Solution, we do things a little bit different because sometimes my divorce solution means that sometimes the solution is not to get a divorce, right?
Uh-huh.
But divorce becomes about finances and kids. And in deciding whether you want a divorce or not, people are stuck. Will I be financially okay?
Right.
And is it the right thing to do for our kids?
Okay.
So before you decide that, you should have your finances in order. And so what we've done, we thought you need to get your household in order. So we developed the financial portrait.
So I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to have it all done and come to you.
Exactly.
You offer a service of helping me recognize, realize, put together what I need to be smart, really.
Well, it's to get financial clarity.
Okay, financial, okay.
People have different relationships with money, and they're either good or bad, and it doesn't really matter.
Uh-huh.
No, we're not there to judge you. We're there to provide a space for you to gather your key and supporting documents. And in gathering those, you start gaining financial clarity. So you can either do a self-certified process where you gather it yourself and you identify it yourself, which is fine, or you could do a third-party certified. Now I'm a certified divorce financial analyst. But we help you gather that, or it's guided. We can guide it for you. We gather all those documents with you, and then you start gaining clarity before you make any decision whether it's a divorce or not. You need to know what your life would look like after divorce.
I guess because I'm so much of a psychologist and a therapist, and I believe so much in professionalism and objectivity, I can't tell you how important it would seem to me to have someone financially objective looking at all of the things that I need.
Exactly. So when and especially with you, so for you, it would be so nice if somebody had their finances in order so that they don't have to worry about that when you're dealing with them emotionally.
Correct.
Right?
Because I will tell you, I never cease to be amazed at how emotional finances are when the truth of the matter is they're pretty
straightforward.
Straightforward.
Right. Well, you would think that, but in divorce, your life is changing. And a lot of times the stay-at-home mom, and I don't want to make this gender specific, but sometimes, because we have a lot of stay-at-home dads.
Sure.
So excuse me for that, but I'll do that.
The stay-at-home person.
Right. So now, if they're moving on to their independent life, they have to play both roles, but they weren't used to doing that. So emotionally, you're drained. And so now you have to make big financial decisions that will impact your life forever. So how do you do that when you're really worried about your kids' lives now? If you have children,
Sure.
And if you don't have children, you're still worried about your own life. Like, should I be doing this? And how am I making these decisions?
How has the virus and COVID actually, or has it affected your business, if you will?
Right. I mean, I hate to say this, but we're really, really, really busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you and I were laughing about it before. For me, I found that couples therapy has really increased because I think people are trying to come to terms with how they're going to live together.
Right. So there's two things, either your relationship just soared and you really took the time to evaluate, or you probably, love that people have to do the work, right, to make your relationship work. You can't meet with you once a week and think it's going to work. So now if you're stuck at home together, you're deciding to put the time in and make your relationship work, and it gets better. Or you're now stuck at home together and you're looking at each other and saying, this isn't working, and I'm not spending the rest of my life stuck at home with you. And those are the people that are calling us. Like, we can't do this. I'm not living the rest of my life like this.
When would I call you? When is a good time to call you? I think that's a question I've had.
immediately before you do anything, because financial clarity is the most important thing. It's the biggest mistake that people make. They don't have the clarity before they move forward. So you need the attorney, but when do you need them? If you want the best value from your attorney, you're going with your financial house in order.
Okay.
So when we create
Financial house in order, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we create that financial portrait, we have all your key and supporting documents. We have assessed your finances. We have it together, we have it digitalized. So when you go to your attorney or your mediator, you're going with all of this information so they can do their job. They can do what they've trained to do. You're hiring them to do what they need to do.
Can I, before I separate or divorce, is it possible for me to come to you to just get a feel of my financial picture?
It's important to do that before you separate, because people are making really emotional decisions before they know what they don't know, right? And if you want to know the most important things, knowledge is important in life, but in divorce, knowledge is everything. And so sometimes you don't have the luxury of that because your spouse has already decided they want to divorce.
Exactly.
But before you have to make these big decisions, come and get some financial clarity, because it's really empowering to have a good relationship with your finances.
Oh my God. Catherine, you're amazing to talk to, and I'm so grateful. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Girl Talk.